Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, today I want to talk about this interview that DJ Academics did with Fredo Bang, where Fredo pretty much admitted that he really doesn't have a problem with NBA Youngboy, and in fact, they were going to squash their beef. However, a government official came in and stopped it. All right, now if you're like me, you're wondering why. Why did a government official make it their business to stop, something positive like that from happening? The whole cruise of Fredo Bang and NBA Youngboy and them, they don't really get along. And I'm pretty sure a lot of drama and a lot of violence been going on in the city. So if somebody is stepping in to say, yo, listen, we could kind of alleviate this and bring a little bit more peace and stop the bullcrap, the crime from happening, why would a government official even want to step down and stop that? So like I said, I want to talk about that real quick. Now, during the interview, Fredo expressed that he really don't have a problem with NBA Youngboy. However, it seems like a situation where the people around NBA Youngboy may be getting in his ear because they don't mess with Fredo. The whole time, personal problems he don't have with NBA Youngboy. But to be honest, y'all gotta know, right, that the beef between those sides are deep because it all stems all the way back to another Baton Rouge rapper who was killed in 2017 while he was on a come up by the name of G Money. Now, G Money was a young talented artist with a promising career and was making noise for Baton Rouge, but he also had a little beef with NBA Youngboys. And get this, him and NBA Youngboy were actually friends at one point in time. G Money went as far as to say in the Say Cheese interview back in 2017 that him and NBA Youngboy would never make music, and that NBA Youngboy was mainly mad at him because he slept with his sister a long time ago before they actually had beef. Now, in that same interview, he expressed that him and NBA Youngboy was cool at one point, like I said, and NBA Youngboy was even calling him Big Bruh and staying at his place. But he feels that as Youngboy got older, started buzzing and started getting a name for himself in the city, he got a big head and may have exposed how he was truly feeling the whole time. But he wasn't saying nothing back then because he was just, he was little. Like, G Money was older than him, and G Money had a little more buzz at the time. Now, if you're asking what does any of this have to do with Fredo, well, Fredo was very close to G Money as well, and in fact, he stated in the interview that he feels bad because at the time of G Money's death, when he was tragically shot in the head in Baton Rouge, he was only in Baton Rouge because Fredo was being released from jail. So I guess, he feels that he was only in that area because he was being released from prison. So that kind of messes with him. It kind of stays with him like, yo, maybe he would still be here if it wasn't for me. It take a toll on you, man. So, that, I don't know if that's the sole case, but, it is what it is. So now when it comes to NBA Youngboy, it's almost like Fredo and that side don't rock because of the problems him and his best friend G Money had. And it's been alleged that Youngboy may have had something to do with it as well, allegedly. All right, let's put that out there, allegedly. But that's the rumors that's floating around. It's a very deep-rooted thing between Fredo and NBA Youngboy where you would have to know what's going on first to understand it. So when he says he don't have a problem with NBA Youngboy per se, now you know what he really means behind it. Now, moving along, DJ Academics asked Fredo if there was ever an opportunity to collab and squash whatever beef him and NBA Youngboy have for the sake of the city. Would he do it? And surprisingly, Fredo replied that it was already supposed to happen in 2019. He explains that it was an officer that hit up both sides, Fredo and Youngboy, and asked if they was willing to sit down, do some music together, and get the city on one track. Now, Fredo says he was with it, but it had to be cleared by a judge. But before anything could be cleared, someone in the high place of the government approached the officer and told him he's way out of line. Pretty much don't worry about that and leave the situation alone. Now, the reason I find this important to speak about right now is because this is a very known issue amongst the music industry that some are familiar with, but others may feel that it don't exist. However, it very much do. But a lot of what you see in reference to these rap beefs and all that, they really don't be real. A lot of your favorite rappers be really in fake beefs with each other, staged just to sell records and get streams. These rappers and labels know that drama and controversy sells. They know that whenever a rapper is into it with someone, their streams go up their sales go up, and most of the time it just be publicity to boost an artist up to fit the whole rapper image. All right, how many times do certain artists we know get caught with all kinds of firearms on numerous of occasions and never do a day in jail? Or when they do get penalized, it's something small that don't even add up to the nature of that crime. But guess what? Drama sells. Now just look at Tupac and Biggie. Pac been dead since September 13th, 1996, and Biggie been dead since March 9th, 1997. To this very day in 2022, you still see Tupac vs. Biggie documentaries 26 years later. And to this very day, labels are still benefiting off the drama and death of a lot of these artists. Death in music these days are literally a business where you have labels taking out life insurance policies on their artists. Alright, how crazy is that? Do it ever dawn on y'all that the artists that try to bring peace or speak positive, they always on the side, put on the back burner, but we always see nothing but the rappers that promote nothing but shots, violence, and all that? They at the forefront. Alright, Fredo even explained that he want to break away from dropping gangster songs, but it's what his fans want. That's why he do it. But he want to break away from it. He want to actually make other music. But this is why we see a lot of these artists do nothing but negative music, violence and all that, because it sells. Controversy sells. Some people, they don't have a problem faking beefs and all that just to sell records, man. They do it all the time. 50 Cent, one of my favorite artists, but you know, during his prime, a lot of people loved his music because they was feeding into the image. They was feeding into the gangster persona. They was feeding into all the beefs that he was in. And he knew it. He knew it. That's why every time he turned around, 50 was beefing with a whole nother artist every other day. And then he dropped an album and boom. All right, so sometimes it's just marketing, man. And that's how some labels market their artists. Now, I could be here all day talking about this topic, so I ain't gonna go rambling too much. However, I found it very interesting that Fredo Bang actually pointed this out about him and NBA Youngboy almost squashing their beef, but a government official stopped them from doing so. You know, like I said, it makes you wonder, like, why make it your business with all the things going on in the world to stop someone from trying to bring peace to the city, especially if both sides agree. You know, why not allow something like that? Why? I think it'll be a good example for the rest of the youth coming up, and you can actually stop the violence and stop the crime like that when they see two powerful figures of the city come together and actually be cool with each other. But we know that they don't want that. You know, we know that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave y'all with something, right? Have it ever occurred to you that we live in a world where crime and killing must happen in order for the economy to flow? Isn't that crazy? Think about it. If there's no crime going on, then there's no police officers. If there's no police, then there's no judges and court officers and DAs. If there's no judges and court system, then there's no jails. If there's no jails, then there's no prisons. You see what I'm saying? It's a big cycle. So they need crime to happen in order for people to stay at work. Just think about it, man. Anyway, on another note, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. How y'all think things would be different if Fredo and NBA Youngboy actually settled their differences? And do you think a Fredo and NBA Youngboy track would be hard? Let me know in the comments below, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.